We have unity.
being
That's
a
what the
user,
run on the door to this place was
taker,
telling us.
an exploiter,
We're on Tier's path.
and not being a responsible, pull-your-own-way citizen. That's your issue, right?
Exactly. We treat our mom like crap.
These are the reasons you resent your sister, right? That she's so awful. Nobody ever asks Diamond how she feels about the constant misgendering. While we obviously don't have the full episode
Lift with your legs, brother.
it seems like
He
you
knows.
never even asked her
trying to
about
be
her
helpful.
transition, about her experiences growing up with his family. His lack of basic interest in her life is genuinely frightening. All this to say, yeah, the world of Dr. Phil is composed of two things: some problem and a wide solution. And in this regard, it stands.
On the day that brute force is the answer, I'll be quite happy to be on your side, brother. And we're not dead. That's a plus.
Being trans is irrelevant.
Hey, on the
Transphobia
line.
is irrelevant.
I think we can climb back
Society
up to the
is
realm travel
irrelevant.
room from
Personal
there.
history is irrelevant. You are broken, and now it's time to get fixed, and that's all we have to say. And so, finally, we return to Boomer the dog. Did you forget about him? Did you forget about this dog? I sure didn't. I wrote this video, baby. I am in complete control of this situation. It is all been leading up to this, baby.
by the
Fucking
statue.
strap on your goddamn seatbelts, because we're talking about Boomer the fucking dog! Okay, considering everything I've said thus far, and looking at Boomer, we might be able to immediately spot the issue that Dr. Phil is going to have
See that,
in this
Mimir?
situation.
Nobody can do all this alone.
Is fine.
All these
like,
other
this
stuff,
guy is just
they're just
out
chances
there,
to prove
right?
we're the ones who
He
can
likes
beat
to
them.
wear costumes. He likes
may
to ride
argue.
around the neighborhood.
Me and Father,
I'm not saying here
you and
that
Freya,
Boomer's lifestyle is
Brock
for
and Sindri.
everyone. God knows I'd rather
But when we
die
all work together,
or chow down on
we
a
do
big
make a
can
good
of
team.
dog food. The very
And that's
idea
Tier's
of it
test.
sends shivers down
That's
my
why we're gonna
spine.
make it to Yodel.
But,
Do you
know,
hear that,
that's
brother?
Boomer's
Lad's
call.
found his
He seems like a
equilibrium.
nice enough
What's
guy,
that mean?
and he seems
He
fine
means you
with
speak
where his
wisely,
life
Atreus.
is. So,
And that is good to
what
hear.
is Dr. Phil supposed to do with that? Well, he starts by grasping wildly at straws, trying to fabricate
guess the
problems
temple was
in
made
Boomer's
to be
life
flipped.
so he can tell Boomer
the trees
to
look better.
solve them.
Or
You're 48.
we.
You're a virgin,
I'm not
right?
sure anymore.
Yes.
You've never been on a date. You don't have a job. You just put on a paper dog suit and walk around town, which doesn't seem to me to be a highly productive course in life.
You don't go on dates. You don't have a ton of friends. You don't have sex, do you? You've never even had sex once, have you? This sort of interrogation just kind of bounces off of Boomer, though. Even Phil's claim that Boomer's belief he's a dog is some delusion doesn't really land.
People have said, that it might be a fantasy that I have in the past.
Roy,
Yeah, people
Good
have
night.
said that, he admits, but it doesn't add up to anything. Boomer's mood, his positive vibes, his faith in his doghood, these things aren't going anywhere, and he doesn't want them to.
Well,
so in the end,
what have we got?
Phil does just
some
kind
sort
of
of
give
travel
up.
You're
stone.
missing an awful lot
Let me see.
of life, which is if you make a conscious choice to
Great
do that,
Adam
then-
Lazarus. That's
So,
the Unity
you're
You're
Stone.
missing a lot of life,
You
but
know
if
it.
that's what you want to do,
I wasn't sure it
go for
existed.
There's nothing
If
really
Tyr
left to
possessed
say,
this,
and so
that
Phil
explains how he could visit
stops.
all the
But
realms
right
and other
as
lands
the
to
interview
boot.
ends, Phil says one last
held this.
sentence. The words this entire
Realms
video
Library.
is about.
I mean, it's kind of a compromise to be both
Yes,
a dog and a
that's
human
it. I
in a way,
understand
but
now.
It's working, right?
It shows
Yeah.
Tyr
Beats
walking the
working,
realm between
right?
realms.
Just
You know how you must
looking
never
at this
stray from the
line
path.
literally, what
Well,
Phil's saying
Tyr
here
always
is
followed his own
almost
path, if you
self-evident
catch my
in
meaning.
truth. Boomer certainly does prefer to do this dog thing
The realm
than to do
between
labor
realms.
that's productive for capital. If he didn't, he wouldn't have made the choices he made. He wouldn't be Boomer. But so what? So what? It's better than working. Lots of things are better than working for lots of people.
You're
Why
saying
is
Tyr's
Phil
trying to show
saying
him
that
stepping
line
off the branch of
like
the
it
world tree?
means
And you're
anything?
thinking
Well,
to
the
reach the
reason
secret
is
path to
quite
Yodel,
obvious.
that's
I
what
think.
we need to do?
This is one
I am.
last jab from Dr.
Oh, dear.
Phil.
That is
loves
what you're
work,
thinking, isn't
right?
it?
And he hates laziness. That is a very common theme on the show that can be seen throughout the clips we talked about today. From David to Brandon to Diamond.
You've never had
You're
a
a
job.
dead alchemist when needed finding. The work it
And
is.
so, him saying beats working is a judgment. It is a mark against him, and you can hear that in his tone. You are living off of your mom's money. You're not working, you're avoiding the real world, you haven't had sex, and that kinda sucks. You know, I love this moment with Boomer the dog because in some sense it unmasks the
Another
entire
time.
show, right? Like, Dr. Phil gains a lot of mainstream appeal, a lot of influence through the simple fact that he does not make serious claims. Phil doesn't explicitly say awful things about trans people. He seems to have okay beliefs about them.
Thereby, as some people have described it, defining transgender individuals out of existence.
Where does that come from? You think just, I'm going to change the word, I'm going to take that out of the dictionary, and these people seem
If you're
to
thinking about
exist?
hurling us all into the void, I hope you're quite
You
sure.
can't do that.
He doesn't deny the
Your idea?
importance of people's
Find your own path,
circumstances or
right?
their mental illness.
This is where Tears stepped
One
beyond,
thing that's good
and the
about
Unity
this
Stone
show
protected
is that
him.
he has destigmatized mental issues, at least to some extent.
Ready?
Bill doesn't
Ready.
say that we
Well,
should shame
this is it,
fashion
lads.
or that not
It's
being
been an
able to
honor.
lose weight
Our
is
faith
some
head.
kind of easily resolved personal failure. No, the show just kind of performs.
This is incredible!
And it does so not in a positive way, statements feel serious and the solutions. We are not here to talk about solving obvious mental illness. We're here to talk about how humans are, how you can get better if you want a job. We're not here
How can I
to
be
talk
so
about
nauseous
translation
without a
or your
stomach?
identity.
Come
We're
on,
here to
that was
talk
great.
about how shitty
Look.
you are and how you
tower.
need to get better
I knew there
so
was
as
something
to
down
stop
here.
being shitty. The
Amazing.
show does not
How
tell
do you
us
hide
what
something
is
that exists in all realms?
puts us on
Cast
a
it out of
train
any realms to the
and
space
permanence
between.
is always some
Clever
kind
old
of
Tyr.
irritating scolding.
Is Jotunheim on the
You do
other
that
side?
thing,
Can't
and
be
since
that.
that's the only thing
It's
we
not like
care
you go
about,
through
our
Vanaheim
brain
to reach the
fights
Midgard
TV.
Peak.
Stop
But how do
doing
we
the
use
bad
it?
thing.
I'd
And
suggest
in
we
that
look inside
situation,
and stay
the whole
alert.
show can
Tyr's
feel
little challenges
so
are never
natural.
as simple as they
This is just
appear.
what Dr. Phil
I have
said
noticed.
to do, right? The show doesn't have an agenda, it doesn't want to do anything. It is merely the exercise
Well,
of its mechanics.
this is sparse.
But what
The pedestal.
Boomer tells us more clearly than any other moment is that this is not true. Dr. Phil doesn't like the way Boomer lives his life. He doesn't have sex. Sometimes he's not.
Oh no! It took the stone!
Does not work.
Tower.
In a
It's
way.
absorbing the stone's energy.
And looking at the way
Something's
Phil
happening.
handles this situation,
Is it moving?
you realize
It's
that
moving.
it isn't just
Knows
some
what to
kind
do.
of robot
The stone
telling
served its
people
purpose.
about their
We're
obvious
fulfilling
issues.
Tyr's spell.
Never
What happens now?
No idea, brother. But after that fall, I'm sure we're past the worst of it. No, this is considerably up.
Responsibility about what normal looks like and how
Wow, that's over.
enjoys his life, and that's the problem. So I know what you're thinking. Wow, I sure did love watching Big
looks
Joel
like
talk
Alpha.
about Dr. Phil. But now, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, where do I go from here? What's next? And that's why I'm genuinely excited to talk about my partnership with service next. Every month in the future, I'm going to be releasing an extra video. So for instance, I have a video where I just discuss one of the strangest conversations The whole thing is pretty cool. For the subscription to Curiosity, you want to bring me like this one for you guys. You get my diving through the bonus videos I talked about, I also talked about bonus vids from the Ellis and on Instagram. Get pure access to the whole thing. So if you're interested in anything, sign up for curiosity.com/. So that's it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Anything like this, check out my and all of the things I talked about on there too. I didn't want to make you feel like you were getting it off. So with that, now it's time for the Patreon question. I'll go and it's a question. Yes, I did. And for a while.
That was tough. Where do you think it's taking us next?
So I recently went down to the baby store and got 2 babies just like this. One of them are filled with nicotine juice, and one of them is just regular baby juice.
Here they come.
That way I can transition my
Focus up, boy.
Kind of an in-depth answer there. I hope some happy paper got some insight. With that, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Surely that's enough of that.
Moose behind. This won't be good. Over and two at the same time. Sure, that's fair.
Aye, but where are we?
we're back in Midgard. There's the bridge. We did it. The tower's back where it belongs.
Now Tyr's travel room can take us to Jotunheim.
How did Tyr do this?
Odin suspected the giants secretly possessed some remnant of primordial Jotnar creative essence, the stuff all realms were made of. The Unity Stone must have been fashioned from that essence. To trust an outsider with it, even Tyr, tells you just how desperate they were.
You fellas sure love to make a racket, don't you?
I don't know what we'll find when we get to Jotunheim, but we must cover our tracks. Odin's ravens will tell him of the tower. Be to his benefit.
Very well.
This is it. Here we go.
Hold on, wait a minute. This isn't going to work.
What?
There's no travel crystal. Tyr must have used his own eyes to refract the energy. It was his final failsafe.
Guys like him, Mimir.
I've got an eye. One! Odin plucked out my other eye precisely to keep me from travelling. Sorry, lads. Thought that would work.
What did Odin do with your other eye?
He'd have kept it. Any of 100 places, I'm afraid.
We've come so far. There has to be a way.
Look, bit of a long shot. For years, I've seen Sindri, sometimes Brock, lurking around in that mountain when Odin came for his visits. Maybe they know something.
Brock and Sindri. Hey guys, question for you. Anyone know where we can find Mimir's other eye?
Oh. That's... I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, Odin asked me to... He wanted me to build a... He showed it to me, you see, and I... Declined. Sorry. Will you excuse me? Cool.
Well, that was useless.
You know, it was about that same time that Odin came around looking for me to build a statue with some sort of hidden compartment. Now, that not being a weapon and the Aesir being a bunch of pox-speckled cockers, I too saw fit to decline. But I know he got it built just the same.
What was the statue?
It's that one of Thor out there flashing his sack to the lake.
The statue that the serpent ate.
Sorry about that. Feeling much better.
How are we supposed to look inside the snake?
Inside? Oh no!
We better go see what the world serpent has to say about that. Well, lads, I don't know what lies ahead, but now would be a good time to make sure your gear is ready for the worst. Anything you need to do, I'd do it now. Just some sage advice.
I need that alchemist for something I'm stewing up for you. If you're smart, you'll find him. So what'd you find out there? What'll it be, Shorty? With arrows. What else? Now what?
Once more to the horse. Steady.
Is the statue lost to us?
He thinks it might still be in his stomach. And he's open to letting you go into his mouth to look inside.
Ew. Really?
By the by, he's not wild about it either.
So, are we really doing this? Letting the serpent swallow us?
You do not have to come.
Well, I'm not gonna miss this.
Let's talk about those characteristics are. Absolutely. So the dark triad are three personality traits that are found in individuals. You have Machiavellianism, which is described as sort of manipulation, or the ability to manipulate. The second is narcissism, or psychopathy, so callousness, lying, thrill-seeking. It's said by psychologists that these three traits are quite negative, but for some reason they're attractive to women. Yeah, exactly that. Cool, but attractive. Yeah, very, very attractive. So these individuals, it's important to keep in mind that they're very low in neuroticism. They're very high in openness. They're very When the boys doesn't match the singer.
you want to send in questions on Super Chat, I'm here.
I actually have a question for the chat.
Oh.
So, like, I'm just sort of getting into anime, or anime, whatever. And I have a question. What show is best to start with, Dragon Ball Z or Avatar: The Last Airbender? Go.
Okay. Am I going to have to watch these with you?
You can.
Okay. Because I did talk with Bobby on the last live, and there were a bunch of people that were saying I needed to.
Yeah.
We'll see what people say. All right. I love that there's now an argument about the pronunciation of this word. I was listening to my bangs. The thing was stressing me out. I just looked at myself for the first time.
The bangs are a very big thing in the show.
It is. I do a check beforehand. I make sure they're all, set in place.
If you guys are super fans of the show, just keep an eye on her bangs, like the continuity of the bangs during the episode. They might shift.
Yep.
On occasion. So.
Michelle are just pointing at my forehead, being like, "Fix it. There's a shadow." Alrighty. Okay. If Elon Musk makes it to Mars, Ruffalo Dollar will have to find a way to preach the Martians' prosperity gospel. Let's see. Do you think the psychopath one fails on purpose to turn you into a psycho when you can't get your results? Christopher, you might have hit the nail on the head. Is that how you say that? I think I said that so slowly that I might have messed up the phrase. But, Christopher, you might be absolutely correct. That is the better way to say that. Because it is turning you into a psycho. If you want another quiz, you can go on iSide with quiz. I don't know what iSide is. I'll look that up. Is that what it is? Oh, gosh, this moved. Sometimes, every once in a while, it goes. And the chat moves. Okay. So, Brett, I'm a conservative on the autism spectrum. Do you have autism, ADD, ADHD, OCD, or any other condition? Hi, Ian. Thanks for being here. I do not, or at least nothing that has been diagnosed, I guess. I know there's a lot of people that they might live with that, but it has not been. I've not been prescribed anything for anything like that. I've not been diagnosed. I was in therapy. This is on a different kind of spectrum, but I was in therapy for depression and anxiety for a fair amount of time when I was in middle and high school. But no, I am not that I know of. Let's see. What are the movies that made you want to get into acting? Thank you for fantastic content. Thank you so much, Tommy. I really appreciate it. It really was not movies at all. So you guys know I did not watch television growing up. And that also, we did not have TV, but I also did not watch movies. I was a theater kid, and I read a ton of books. And so it wasn't really films and I loved filmmaking and that sort of thing that made me want to act. For me, it's all based on stories. I love stories. I think that storytelling is the best way to change people's minds, to reach people, to connect with them emotionally. I love Ben's, facts don't care about your feelings, that sort of thing. But at the same time, often feelings don't care about your facts. You spit facts at people all day long. But if you don't reach them on a human level, if you are not able to convey your message in something that is compelling and reaches
I've been to many strange places, but this will be a new one.
That you learned about in, freshman year of
I've never been in English
in high school.
How about you?
Those are so important. There's a reason why there are three of them. They kind of work hand in hand. You need a couple of them in order to really convey a message to people. That now I went kind of down a different rabbit hole. But I love stories. And I've always been fascinated by them. And my medium that I always loved was books and theater. And that is really what made me fall in love with acting. I love being able to put myself in the character. Kind of like the acting switch. You don't really know somebody until you put on their shoes and move around a little bit. So I love that being an actor afforded me the opportunity to do that. I also think it helped me with my empathy massively. Going back to what we were talking about at the beginning, forcing myself to have to understand a character's given circumstances and what they were going through, huge. So even for people that don't want to act, that are not interested in acting, not trying to be an actor, going and taking an acting class, going and engaging in art, taking an improv class,
I'm not
it's
afraid.
huge, I think,
It just
for
reminded me of the way I used to
human
feel
development
when I was a child.
So anyway, long-winded answer.
Let's find that statue.
All this, Vegeta. That this would be easier if we were taught the International Phonetic Alphabet. Yes, it would be. hey, Brett, the psychopath test worked for me. Maybe try it again.
Smells not as bad as I thought it'd be. Bit like heather
Well, we're
ale
hopefully
fermenting.
doing more. Well, we are doing more.
Pleasant,
So
actually.
we are doing. Oh, first of all, I will try it again. It might be because I'm on Brave browser and they block a whole bunch of stuff. So maybe I can try to. Anyway, we are doing a new part of comment section. Basically, it's called Off the Clock. I got the name from you all because I said I needed some ideas for my own version of like a Nick at Night or bonus content. So we are going to call it Off the Clock. We've done one episode that really wasn't branded yet, but it's just basically going to be me doing the content that doesn't really fit into the normal comment section show, which is very fact oriented, news, viral content, that kind of thing. So it'll be like the personality tests, me finally really learning how to ride a bike. I did the embarrassing stories, which should be out soon. I also want to do the bucket list thing. That will tie into the fact that one of my goals this year was to start working on my pilot's license, so that could be a type of thing that we do. But it's basically me doing the content that I want to do that doesn't necessarily fit into comment section. So that will be 4 episodes, a week, 4 additional videos, and it will mostly be coming out on weekends so that you guys have weekend content.
That's the goal.
Dope.
Maybe if that was closer.
That is the plan. And one of the ones that I'm filming today with Amir, that will be like off the clock. I'm very excited for that one. It's gonna be wild. Okay. Thinking of cows, have you ever read the 2017 PETA article that stated drinking milk is a symbol of white supremacy? Yes. God, people are so stupid. They will literally take a crumb and turn it into a cupcake to push their woke political agenda. It's really ridiculous. See, favorite Black Mirror episode, Striking Vipers. I have never watched Black Mirror, so I have no idea.
Great show.
I heard it's good. There was one episode that I've been told to watch, which is where apparently you have like an app on your phone and you
I see something over there.
rate people.
Yeah,
or
that's
something like that.
Nosedive. That's the one with, I think it's called Nosedive. It's the one with Bryce Dallas Howard. I think it's episode 1 of season 3.
Okay.
It's very good.
There you go.
I heard it went woke. I haven't watched the so I don't know. But
That's too bad. Because I had heard that in the first couple of seasons was actually not politically incorrect.
it was. Yeah, very violent social media.
Alright, guys, my mom texted me. Hello, Mom. She said, tell that person we have a beautiful sheep who is named Marilyn Monroe. I think, the person who said Marilyn Monroe, what did you say? Monroe? I think that was what the idea was. Anyway, so we do already have a sheep that's named Marilyn. Okay. Oh, my God, what's the sheep? How to make Britt go insane. Challenge her to become a leftist TikToker for a day. I would actually love that. That would be very funny. I could dye my hair for a day. Actually, no. Mom, I'm not going to do it, promise. I'll just put on a wig. Take piercings. I did have somebody DM me and say, or they posted on their story, tag me. I thought I would wait to see stuff. If you post on your story, said you should do a goth makeover and get your family's reactions. So, Mom, if you randomly get a FaceTime call from me in the next couple of weeks at work, pick up, and I might look insane. And I'll be recording your reaction. What do you call it when you mix alcohol in American literature? Tequila Mockingbird. There is actually a book, and it is written by somebody who I know, Tim Federle. He wrote a book called Tequila Mockingbird, and it is a book of literary inspired cocktails. If you're into that sort of thing, go check it out. It's very nerdy.
No, it's not like I can still see
when you
through
hit
it.
1 million, cosplay as Ben Shapiro and host the show, or go out in public and ask people what they think of Ben Shapiro. That would actually be very funny. But I'm coming to Florida, taking over the show. He's in Israel right now. He's in Jerusalem speaking at CPAC Israel, which is very, very cool. And it was very, really sweet. I watched part of the speech, and the crowd was so excited to have him here, have him there. It's very fun. The Hoover Dam is having a fire crisis. I did see that video. That was insane. I don't know. Is it a fire or was it an explosion? Because those are sort of interchangeable, but I did see the video of the explosion. I don't know of anything else going on.
Yep. That's
See,
an odd.
thank you so much.
Maybe you should stick that in my hair for safekeeping.
Oh, guys, we have a birthday.
Gently
Here we
now,
go. Hey, Brett,
gently.
it's my brother Jake's birthday today. You wish him a happy birthday. Happy birthday,
Thank you,
Jake.
brother.
Your sister
You don't
Erin.
miss death
She
until
is
it's gone.
the greatest sister. I hope you know that. Hope you have a wonderful birthday. Have a ton of fun. I hope you eat cake. Go get to hang out with your friends. Everybody wish Jake a happy birthday in the chat. Dragon Ball, they are 2 great starters. Oh, Dragon Ball and Bleach are 2 great starters for you, Shella. So somebody said.
Okay.
Opinion on the Hunter Biden search history leak. Is that connected to the iCloud leak? I haven't looked into his search history or anything like that. I've been slowly keeping up with everything.
I don't know enough to say whether it is all real or not. I'm inclined to think that it is, but I'm not educated enough on the topic to speak about it. But I would be interested. I've said this before. I'm not terribly interested in the videos of him being coked out, drugged out, whatever. I think that that's kind of gross and kind of sad. And I would rather focus on his, international dealings, the corruption within the family, rather than just him being naked and gross. I don't want to see that one. All right, start with Dragon Ball Z, but watch it before Dragon Ball. Highly recommend it. Okay, what is this? You see a rise in like you cut red smile off the end of for me better outgoing with your angry mom face.
Good question. I don't know. It's like we cut it off at a certain point. So I don't know. I've not been keeping track of that. So
We can look and see.
you guys.
But it's also hard because I think with how fast the show is growing, it is semi-difficult to look at, like, if we change something, how is this impacting, the show in the long run? We kind of have to look at, just a 7-day span of how are things performing just based on a few days ago. We look at it over the past month. It's like, well, we gained 100,000 subscribers, so obviously we're going to have more views
Yeah, a month isn't a
exponentially.
good gauge. The way we usually do things is every week, and we'll judge from the past 7 days.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what else we have that. So I don't know. Who knows?
Bangs.
Let's see. He just when he does, we'll be filming, and he goes, bangs. Push your back. Would you ever do a video reacting jokes? Reviewing jokes? Reacting to jokes? I did want to do the video, it's kind of the video template, I guess, where it's the try not to laugh challenge. I have no idea whether I would actually be good at it. I would like to think that I would be good because I'm an actor and I can hold myself together. But depending on the video, I might break. Who knows? I think it would be better if I did the try not to cry challenge and you showed me a bunch of videos of cute little animals, that sort of thing. That would also... I'd probably be worse at that, to be honest. I do think that I'm not a stoic person, but I can hold myself together really well. But there is something about, I guess it's just a woman thing, maybe, who knows. But I do see videos of cute animals, and if it's like a dog doing something, it's like, there's a movie that is about, God, I forget what it's called. I remember seeing the trailer on Amazon, where it's the dog's owner waits for him at the train station.
Yeah, the one with Richard Gere.
Yeah.
Kashi or something like that?
Yeah.
I saw it. I cried.
Okay, here we go. I cried at the trailer.
And I hate dogs.
See, it's not just Rocky that he hates. But I could not even bring myself to watch the film because I sobbed at the trailer. So that's where I land on things. Let's see, have you ever heard of Tyler Zed? If you have, I'd love, and many others I'm sure would love to see a collab. I have heard of him, but I don't know his content. I'll look it up. See, you should do a segment on the YouTube video they're on first. I will look at that. See, start with Avatar. I also recommend, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, Sheller, you can look at it. It's from Sayani Reese. Would you be interested in doing a video about politics in Brazil, about Lula and, how do I pronounce this? Bolsonaro dispute. I did a editorial piece on some of it, but my knowledge is not very deep, but that would be interesting. I have not expanded much into international politics other than, what America is directly dealing with. But I will look into that because that would be interesting, just even for my own understanding.
Bolsonaro is very based, though.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. No idea. Let's see, I think I missed a couple up here. Oh, if Elon does get us to Mars and we do find alien life, I bet you my life savings to Elon will try to have kids with the female aliens. Oh, his dad already did with his stepsister twice, so why not?
I'm looking for my
that
son.
family.
The two of you. You helped me see things more clearly.
You look at Nick Cannon and you go, nobody can have more kids than Nick Cannon. Nobody can beat that rate. And then the Musk family, it's like, hold my beer and watch us. And I like the fact that Nick Cannon commented on Elon Musk now having 10 children and was saying, all right, well, I guarantee I'll have 3 in the next year. It's like, how many baby mamas do you have, my friend? But hey, if he's being a good father, go for it.
What's wrong?
I don't know how you have the time for all of those children, but, whatever. It's your life. Let's see, my birthday was 2 months ago, and I think that calls for cookies. By the way, I love the show and the content. All right, we're getting cookies because it was Alex's birthday 2 months ago. That is the occasion. Let's see. What is the weirdest thing you had to do for a role when you were acting? Well, I think you guys, if you watched the video where I'm reacting to some of my shoots, scenes, the one in Heather's where my character attempted suicide and I was laying on the floor or on the concrete like that, that wasn't weird, but it was not necessarily comfortable because I was in that kind of contorted position for many, many hours late at night. Actually, early in the morning. It was like 3 a.m. when we were shooting that. I'm trying to think of if there was anything else that was super weird. I had to do some weird stuff in acting classes, but most of my shoots were pretty straightforward. Learning how to fence was fun.
Acting classes are the worst. You do some really stupid things in there.
I mean, I love them, but they do make you do very weird things. My first kiss was in an acting class.
Like your first legitimate?
My first actual kiss. And I was so stressed. Oh my God. Because you have to do it in front of everybody. And everybody's silent and they're all watching you. And God, and I think it was probably his first kiss. I don't know how old I was. My mom probably remembers.
Coming? Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like an improv thing.
No, thank God. No, we were assigned the scene. And the acting teacher was like, oh, are you comfortable with this? And then, me wanting to be, whatever. I was like, sure, whatever. My mom actually might remember the exact age of it because it was a big deal. It was very stressful. I remember riding to acting class with Tanner Buchanan, who is he's in Cobra Kai. And he was in, He's the Man, She's All That. Which is the new Addison Rae film, so he was in that. So anyway, Tanner was one of my really good friends growing up. But I remember he picked me up, and we were driving to acting class because he's a few years older than me. And I was like, Tanner, I'm so stressed. I have to kiss this boy. And it was just so stressful. But yes, acting classes are. So maybe that was it. I mean, I got comfortable with it, but that was very, very uncomfortable. That wasn't the weirdest thing, but it was not comfortable by any means. And it was not. I don't think it was cute. I don't think it was good. I don't think I pulled it off. I was so uncomfortable. So anyway, there's your acting story for the day. Let's see. Dragon Ball Z is more for great fights, and Avatar is more for the story, so it depends on what you like. I prefer Bleach, great fights, and story. Oh, okay, so Dragon Ball and Bleach are different. I thought when the other person was saying that they were the same one.
There are some people in the chat saying that Avatar isn't actually anime. Mm-hmm. How is that not anime? There's another question for the chat.
There we go. You can let us know. Okay. Somebody's saying it's not technically.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody else said, Brett, what are your thoughts on man buns? It's your hair. Do whatever you want with it. I don't think it's the most attractive hairstyle for guys, but also, it's not my life. I don't care.
It's douchey.
Scheller will give you his thoughts about it. Full Metal Alchemist is a great one, and Cowboy Bebop. Pick one, camping or going to the beach. Probably camping if I had the option, and camping in woods and mountains, not on the beach.
Back off, Kratos. This hasn't
I just don't like sand. I really don't like sand. Okay, let me catch up. I had to go back up, and then now I'm moving back down.
Oh, Avatar is American made. that makes sense. I didn't even know that. That's how uninitiated I am with anime.
I would have no idea. I thought about when you say Avatar, I think of the blue people in that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That's why the crappy. They made a live action movie of Avatar: The Last Airbender, but they had to call it The Last Airbender, and they called it that because of James Cameron's Avatar. Anyways, that is one of the worst movies ever made. Literally, The Last Airbender. Anyways.
I have no idea. Everything you said was just gibberish to me.
Well, the chat's gonna understand.
Schiller's here to connect with you guys. Okay. I'm a dude and you encourage me to use skincare. I hope you use promo code Cooper to get 15% off of your order with Nimmy. No, that's very exciting. I love that. Good for you. See, Leah says, I was homeschooled. What's your favorite thing about being homeschooled other than getting to wear pajamas all day? It's the best. I would say there's so many things I loved about it. Guys, I didn't get into a fight. I just got pissed at people on Twitter because there was somebody, a conservative, who was saying, hot take, we should ban homeschooling. And then a bunch of these other douchebags jumped in there and were going, yeah, it's so stupid, whatever. you people. Like, that is so against what, the right wing, whatever, people who support freedom. Like, how dare you get in between, how dare you put the government in between parents and their children? That is what we are actively fighting against every single day. So I got a little angry at them. But anyway, probably that it afforded me, just on a grander scale, the freedom to explore and really dive into all of my interests. I was not confined to 4 walls for 8 hours a day and then was forced to just, cram in my extracurriculars after I had finished all my homework and, seen my family, whatever. I got my schoolwork done, whenever I could, but the focus of my education, I wouldn't say it was primarily on real world experience, but it was heavily focused on, getting me into the real world. I was volunteering. I was playing a bunch of sports. I was doing theater. I was dancing. I was doing competitive gymnastics. I was playing tennis. I was sailing. I was so engaged in the world outside of school. I had a huge array of, friends who were different ages, had different backgrounds, that were not just, coming from the same school district, basically. So I think just on a huge scale, that would be it. It just gave me so much freedom to explore and figure out what I actually loved and was interested in. And that is something that I don't take for granted and that I'm very grateful for. And that's the fact that I knew what I loved and what I was interested in from a very young age. And I got so many more years to develop those skills and to follow those passions. And I didn't have to wait until I got to college or until I graduated to, all right, now I'm going to go get a job in the field that I want. Like, I was working in that field at 10 years old. And it's very, very rare for people to be able to say that. And some people are going, oh, well, you lost your childhood, whatever. I would not change it for the world. I loved it. So that's probably my favorite. I'm going to wrap it up soon here because I think Amir might have just gotten here. I'm very excited to go see him. Let's see. I'm wondering if we should have Brett do a show where she faces her fears. The first fear is getting stiffed by Joe Biden. I've said it before. Really, the only thing that I am afraid of is birds. And I had a meeting on, when was it, Tuesday? Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Where our intern, Alyssa, she's amazing. If you're out there, Alyssa, watching, I have no idea. I think she's in a meeting right now. She did a pitch deck of new ideas for, this off-the-clock stuff and live streams. And one of the first ones that she said was, Brett does a show with a bird on her shoulder. So maybe we'll actually do it. She loves birds, so she's excited about it, but who knows? Any advanced species with the ability of interstellar travel will see us as infant apes. You are not wrong. That makes sense. Yes. Let's see. Oh, there's so much stuff about anime. I hope you're watching this. What is this? Okay, good. Let's see. My mom has 14 siblings, one set of parents with 15 kids. Holy crap. Your grandparents are saints. That is incredible. Okay, yeah, somebody's saying it's not anime. What is the story with the knee and the Sweet Baby Gang? Is Ben intimidating? What is the documentary that Jordan Peterson did on mental illness? I'm not sure the name of that. Ben is not intimidating. I was nervous being around him at first, but I think just not because of his reputation, but just because of how well known he is and how much I respect him. But not intimidating at all. Very, very kind. Very, very warm. He always makes an effort to, because he's in Florida, but he, will come into the Nashville office and is just incredibly kind.
Yeah, he's very cool.
Yeah.
He's cool to work with.
Easy. I mean, like, we do funny, skits, and
yeah.
He's easygoing. He's quick to laugh.
Always game for doing things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's cool.
Everyone here really is, like, of the hosts.
Yeah.
Like, they are, Michael and Matt, you see Matt being all rough and whatever, but he genuinely is very, like, everybody here. I was reading a comment. I'll kind of wrap it up with this. I was reading a comment when we were shooting an off-the-clock video. We're going to do a comment section. We're actually going to do a comment section now where I read comments in my own comment section on the videos. And somebody was saying, I've heard terrible things about the political media world, and especially how they treat women, that sort of thing. I hope the Daily Wire is not like that. And I was, full certainty able to say, like, there are exceptional people here. And it has been a very welcoming environment with, incredible mentors, incredible people on my team who are, experienced and confident and just very welcoming. So just know that if you are a fan of Daily Wire, if you are consuming this content or other content, it truly is coming from very good, I don't mean good like, oh, they're talented, but good moral people and who are very kind. So just know that. You are consuming content with a clear conscience. See, is there anything else? And the knee, I just sit like that. Studio Gang, I don't actually know where that name came from, but it's his cult. He is Daddy Walsh. More people are talking about anime here. Let's see. She doesn't like sand. Guess who would be great friends with Anakin Skywalker? I am so sorry to disappoint. I have not gone back and rewatched the OG Star Wars.
That's actually pretty cool.
Okay, cool. Can we give your producer a camera? I would love to see his faces when insulting your awesome dog. If you will let Schiller have a moment on camera, so if he wants. Let's see. Anime tip: always watch anime in Japanese with subtitles. Yes. Okay. So, Midas, have you seen Lauren's other zoo video? That is what the comment that I was just referring to was the comment said like they had just watched Lauren's video. I have watched some of it. I've not finished it. But they were referencing those kinds of experiences in the political media world.
Yeah, I watched that too.
Mm-hmm. It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew says, hey, just got off work. Sorry if we already talked about this. Hope you had fun with your brother. I did have fun with him. It was a great time. Did I get to the bottom? Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Jan. I appreciate it. I think I have hit most of them. Would you go on the Joe Rogan podcast? Absolutely. I think that would be an incredible time. Anybody that would turn down going on Joe Rogan, something wrong is in the head. You are actually a certified psychopath. Anyway, guys, all right, I'm going to go because it is 3:07. I am late. I think I actually should be in here makeup touch-ups right now to go do this shoot with Amir. So okay, well, you know what? I was having too much fun. We were talking about anime. I actually was not. I was talking about how much I love Video Layer. Anyway, guys, I will see you all later. We'll be back on Friday for another live stream. Have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy the episodes. One will be out later today. Go watch the ones that are already posted. There's one earlier today. Anyway. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you all on Friday. Bye.